It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, the weekend is here. What's happening, everybody? Showtime, Geno Jones Showtime. New start time. In case you hadn't heard, spread the word. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Hello, Chicago, Central Time, everybody else. 6:30 on the West Coast, live in Los Angeles, in Las Vegas, and everybody else from Portland to Seattle to Sacramento to San Francisco, Oakland, Bay Area, San Jose, San Diego, 4:30 p.m. So tell everybody also to please subscribe to my channel. I am so close. I'm less than 140, close to like 100, only 130-ish new subscribers to become a YouTube partner. That means that my media company and my show will get a monthly income from YouTube because of you and your viewing and your clicks and the amount of time you spend watching the show, and you share it and tag it and everything else. So thank you in advance. And also, shout out to everybody that's reached out that want to be a sponsor or advertise, or they want to make they want to, how do I want to put it? Because it's so many things. My brain works so fast. If you would like to offer a gift, you can bless a brother's business, all right? Make a financial contribution, all of that. Support the show financially. Cash App and Zelle. Cash App, $ Dad, G Jones, all one word, $ D-A-D, D, like David, A-D. That's capital D, lowercase a-D, like Apple and Donald. I ain't gonna say Donald. Capital D like Daddy, lowercase a like Apple, lowercase d like Donna. There we go. How about that? Capital G, capital J, lowercase o like Oprah, lowercase n like Nanette, lowercase e like Extra, and lowercase s like Sam. $ Dad G Jones. Oh, you can Zelle. Geno Jones. Use my email address, GenoJonesShow @Gmail, GenoJonesShow @Gmail. I'll give that out again at the end of the show, just in case. All right, Friday. All right, we like to have fun. Funny Friday. And we're going to have some fun. But we are living in some serious times. So, I'm always going to remind everybody to call your senator, 202-224-3121. 202-224-3121. Protect your mama's Medicaid. Protect your grandmama's Medicaid or your grandfather. Your grandmama, your grandfather, maybe your mom or dad, elderly in that nursing home. Protect that Medicaid money, because if they take it and give it to Elon Musk, that nursing home's going to shut down, and your grandmama or your mama, either they're going to have to come back in the house with you, or they won't have anywhere to go. So protect them. Protect your cousin. Protect your sister that's a single mom with a couple kids. Protect her SNAP benefits. Protect her Medicaid that her children are on. That son or daughter that has asthma or epilepsy or heart condition or juvenile diabetes. Protect those SNAP benefits. You, your parents, grandparents, somebody in your family, your church, a sorority. And that's everybody, including your whole MAGA cult members. Your whiteness is not protecting you because the cult don't give a shit about your whiteness. Go back and watch last night's monologue, Thursday and Wednesday. All right? These Medicare cuts, health care, and it's not just Medicare. They're going for Obamacare, Affordable Care Act. 16 million people stand to lose their health insurance. 4 million people stand to lose SNAP benefits. And they just getting started. And coming for now to deport 500,000 Haitians. That's why they're going after the 13th Amendment. I digress, because it's Friday, but we're going to have some fun. But come on, we got to hit you. We got to hit you with the real and hit you. We got to hit you where you are to understand this is going to affect you, us, all of us, including the folks with the red hat, their orange Lord and the orange white Lord Savior, Donald Trump. He don't care about y'all. He out there golfing. He won't give that money to Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, who's spending damn near $60 million on a wedding in Italy. And the Italians like, man, you can get your ass up out of here. We don't like you either. You need to pay some more taxes. All right, today's show, my guest co-host, sitting in from the original guest co-host, Keila Carson, who is working on her doctorate, her PhD. She's done an outstanding job. She is a permanent member of the Geno Jones Show family. Miss Christy K-Love Baxter with the big pageant coming up, and he is an amazing brother. He's a pastor. He's done so much work in the community. He's more than an activist. He's a force of nature. They both are, ladies and gentlemen. There they are on camera. Part of the Geno Jones family. Ladies first, Christy K-Love Baxter. We call it K to the love, K to the hyphen to the L-O-V-E. And with his trademark raw silk red scarf, Pastor Dixon, I know there's a symbolic reason and there's a symbolism. So if you don't mind, would you explain? There's because I know you're a deep brother. So there's always some symbolism in some kind of positive ways. Please share that with us. The story of the red scarf.
Yeah, you know me well, then. You know me well.
Come on, Southside Chicago. Come on, stand up. 60636.
Say even down to them Willie D's. All right, all right. But yeah, the scarf has symbolism. You know, I got it in 2014. There was a rally going on at the State House where we were rallying for Medicaid expansion, public education, and expanding voter rights. And they had these scarves, and they say enough on them. At that time, I was working primarily in ending gun violence. I saw that red. I thought about that blood that's being shed in the streets. That thing said enough on it. I was like, wow, that's great. So I asked Brett Bursey, who's the head of South Carolina Progressive Network, is it okay if I use it? He said, go right ahead. And I've been using it ever since. It kind of shifted, though, when I ran against Tim Scott for U.S. Senate in 2016. Now it meant not just the blood in the street, but also that red Republican state that we are in. Enough is enough. When I ran against Mayor Summey for mayor, enough is enough. And right now, as I'm running against everything that is represented in Washington, D.C., flowing down through our State House, enough is enough.
I love it.
I hope to one day take this scarf off and retire it.
Say that, Pastor Dixon. So, K-Love, I don't know if you had a chance to meet Pastor. I'm sure you guys have crossed paths. But...
Oh, yeah. Hi,
for real.
So K-Love, listen, we're going to let him, normally ladies first, we're going to do our thing. But there's so we are a week away from the 4th of July. I will be celebrating Juneteenth on the 4th of July. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you all right? That's our Independence Day. However, there's going to be an event that I think that's really important that people should know, and people should come out and support and make sure that your voices are heard and seen. Pastor Dixon is one of the very important people that's a part of this and part of the engine that's driving this event. So, Pastor Dixon, I'm going to give you the mic, give you the camera and the microphone. So tell us about this big event that's happening a week from today, which is the 4th of July.
Yep. 1 week from today on Independence Day. And I know there are those who are going to, especially in the Black community, say, man, we ain't never been independent. And I fully agree. But we do celebrate the 4th of July. I mean, we might even disagree with the independence part of it, but we're gonna cook something out. We're gonna drink some liquor. You can believe that.
Or some Perrier water. Some of us non-drinkers, and we're gonna find some ginger ale or Perrier water.
Some red Kool-Aid.
There you go. Some cherry Kool-Aid. There you go.
But the reality is, though, it is America's Independence Day. 249 years this year. Next year is the 250th anniversary. But the reason why that the war for independence was fought, it was because of the King of England's oppression over the 13 colonies here in the United States, and how he was abusing them over taxation, no respect for them, and basically mistreating them all. And the colonists said, hey, we tired of this mess. And so what did they do 250 50 years ago, 1 year before the Declaration of Independence was signed, they formed their own army. And that army was made up of not only just white colonists, okay, there was freed slaves, there were Native Americans part of that army, and they're the ones that fought the war in order to separate themselves from the King of England. And ultimately, that's really what happened. So next week on the 4th of July, we have a rally scheduled. It's called the Spirit of 76 Rally. And that Spirit of 76 is that spirit that drove the colonists to form that army to stand up against the King of England and tell them enough is enough. We ain't having it no more, and we will fight to make sure that you respect us and that you stop harming us. Right here in 2025, 2025 is our 1776. And we might think that it's not going to affect us as Black people, but all I say is on that is hold on. Geno Jones been preaching this thing. Better start listening. Taraji P. Henson last year at the BET Awards put out a warning. Doshi this year at the BET Awards spoke on it.
Yes, she did.
We better start paying attention before it start hitting us and getting involved. So next Friday, the 4th of July, from 11 o'clock a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m., there's a major rally scheduled at North Charleston City Hall in the parking lot outside of North Charleston City Hall. It's called the Spirit of 76, No Kings, No Wars, No Trump Rally. And we ain't playing. We're coming in that spirit of 76, of 1776, that as the Declaration of Independence would state, that when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for the people to separate from the oppressor. I'm paraphrasing, but you get the drift. There's no better season than right now with what's going on in Washington, D.C., that's ultimately going to flow down to hurt us in this immediate dispensation of time we're in. But even more importantly, our children and their children are going to be negatively affected as far as their futures and everything. And if we don't stand up and get involved right now, then we're really opening up the door for our children to have the worst life. They'll never be able to live their best life, and even the lives that we've lived today. So from 11 a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m., 2500 City Hall Lane, North Charleston City Hall. Some of y'all know where that's at, right here in North Charleston. We'll be in the parking lot. We're expecting actually anywhere from 1,000 people to maybe 1,500 people. This will be a peaceful, nonviolent gathering. Y'all know I don't do that violence mess and carrying on. And anybody that might want to come and disrupt it better think twice about that, because we're calling you out. We don't play that. We don't play that at the events that I have. So find you somewhere else to go play. But at this event, we will have speakers. We will have a lineup of speakers who will be talking about the fight against war, or the fight for public education. There's various things, various topics we're going to be touching on in order to highlight the dilemma that we face today, especially as so many people are not really paying attention, and especially so many people with the population 50% Black, almost 50% Black in North Charleston. So many of us who are not paying attention to what's going on, and we are going to be impacted by this thing. So yeah, we've got as a matter of fact, DJ Cass is going to be providing our sound that day, and we've got microphones, sign waving, chanting, the speakers, and we got some great music. We got great music flowing from like the 60s protest music right on up through the day, straight up from the Beatles and Bob Dylan to Tupac and Public Enemy to Pharrell Williams and Kendrick Lamar. We gonna span the gamut for that 2 hours that we're there. But the bottom line is we're gonna put that message out. No kings, no war, no Trump.
I like that. I like that. So listen, there's a chance I'm going to be in town, Pastor Dixon. So you need to put me on that lineup. I'm not. Look at me. I'm just bold. You can't take that South Side of Chicago out of them, Christy. I
got a couple of collaborators though. I'll run it through them though. You know, I got a little bit of juice, but I got some collaborators. You know, this is actually something that hasn't happened before. This is actually the Charleston County, Berkeley County, and Dorchester County Democratic parties chairs working together on this event. So it's a tri-county event with the Democratic Party, but also with these other organizations that's been doing these rallies this year, 50501 and Indivisible. We're trying to make sure that KJM and NAACP and NAN and everybody comes on in, because we need to start working together. That's the system is banking us on us working against each other. Everybody doing their thing and saying, oh, that's just them, or we're not a part of them. No, the way we're going to win this is when we all come together and stand together and work together and call BS together on this system that we are fighting together.
That's why your collaborators need to go ahead and be like, yo, this right, Pastor Dixon, we need that dynamic young man. We watched this TV show, and they're invited to come on here too. So Berkeley County, Dorchester County, all the Colleton County chairman, y'all, or chairpersons, you all are welcome. Don't be scared. You know, we tell the truth, shame the devil. Pastor Dixon,
That's right.
He'll co-sign. Pastor Dixon wouldn't even mess with me if I wasn't legit. That's one thing about us. You know, we don't. You know, we not only will we call bullshit, we can see it and smell it, K-Love. So it ain't good. We don't, nope. Now, Pastor Dixon, Pastor Dixon, what's your sign? What month are you born in?
September.
Okay, so because I was gonna say K-Love, see, K-Love and I both are May Tauruses, so we got distinct energy. You know, no nonsense energy. But now, even though Pastor Dixon was born in September, he got that Taurus energy like no bullshit.
Geno, that's age, man. That's age. Listen, it's September, but it's the 73rd September.
That's right.
Well, black don't crack. I wouldn't have guessed 73. See, that's what happens, y'all. This is an example when you take care of your mind, your body, and soul. You look like that, and you have that kind of energy and spirit and sharp mind and everything else. So
you get it too when you care about people.
Yes, I love that. Thank you. Yes, that energy.
Absolutely.
I tell people, karma's real. Y'all don't have to believe in it. You don't have to believe in. You can believe in God or whatever, whoever your God is, he or she or whatever. You don't even have to believe in nothing. But karma is your energy, and the energy you release out into the world. You gonna run into it. It's gonna find you one way or another, good or bad. So if you put out a lot of bad energy, it might take years. But when it meets up,
Lord, I learned that lesson.
when that energy, when that karma's like, hey, we home. You be like, no. It's like, yeah, and that karma hug your ass, and you're like, oh, Lord, help me, Lord, like, it's yours, I can't help you, it's you. It's yours, you put it out there, it just found its way back home, so that is real tough.
Yeah, Geno, just in closing though, and I'm gonna have to run though, but, I'm just hoping everybody who knows me knows the person that I am and that I fight for justice, and I have for a long time. Never been paid for what I do and everything, that now I stand as the chair of the Democratic Party, Charleston County Democrats. And the same person that's been out in these streets championing your issues, I'm doing it from that position too. So those who have all them issues about the Democratic Party, just understand that Pastor Dixon is in charge of the Charleston County Democrats. And I'm not playing that mess. I was getting ready to cuss. I'm pass on that though.
That's okay. Well, I'll cuss for you, so don't worry about it. You can pray for me and ask God to forgive me.
But I want to make sure that I invite all who are ready to see some real change, because we got the numbers now with me as the chair of the Charleston County Democrats. We got the numbers to really move some things and get some things done in our community, so we can stop saying nothing good happens.
I'm with you.
You just got to get involved.
K-Love, you got anything you want to say to a question for Pastor Dixon?
No, I actually don't have a question. I just want to thank you, Pastor Dixon. I want to thank you for being who you are, for standing up, for letting your voice be heard. I have always admired you. I am so glad that I'm, tied in with you. Probably not as much as Geno, because y'all got that history thing. Okay, so y'all got me beat right there.
It's all good.
Yes, but I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much just for being you and for being, diligent in your fight for our rights. Like you've never backed down. I have read some of the posts where these people have they have real life tried to come for you, and you always put them right back in their place. I love the fact that you fact check, you screenshot, and you let that thing be seen. And I admire you for that because we need more people like you that are willing to speak up. So from K Love, I just want to say thank you, sir. Thank you.
Much love, much love. But I'm only as good as we are together. But together ain't nothing that we can't do.
That's right. We all we got.
Absolutely.
We all we got.
But we all we need.
That's
we got
right.
everything
Yes.
that we need. We come together.
Right there.
All right. So next Friday, and the rally, is it rally? Would that be the proper term, Pastor? And it's
Correct.
open. It's open to the public. Come in peace. You know,
Come in
because
peace.
folks don't have eyes on you, so don't come with the I can cuss. You can pray for me, Pastor Dixon, and my mom's wife. She can pray for me. Don't come with that bullshit. Okay? We know some of y'all coming with that bull. Nope, don't come just saying. Don't come with the bullshit. That's Geno, the Geno Jones show. That's Geno Jones saying that. That ain't Pastor Dixon. But God don't like ugly, so we just telling you, come in peace or take your ass somewhere else. We ain't playing it.
You know they don't want to draw out that old Tom Slick. They don't want Tom Slick. They don't want Slick back out there. Mess around and draw him back out. They will regret it.
All right, Pastor Thomas Dixon, Chairman Charleston County Democratic Party. Thank you, brother, and just a great person, just a good dude, family. Always love and respect to you and your queen and everything.
Always.
And then reach out to me next week. We got live shows Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So anything else we need to know, I'll be hitting that for you. All right?
Absolutely.
All right, man. We let you go enjoy your weekend.
Christy,
thank
you so much.
Everybody take all your. So thank you, Queen, for letting us borrow you for a few minutes. I know I'm in overtime, so I'm gonna shut the hell up so you can go ahead and enjoy your weekend, man.
All right, y'all take care. All righty, be safe.
Thank you.
All right.
K to the love. What's up?
Yes,
What's up, lady? How you doing?
I'm right here, sir. Right here, living the American dream.
Let's get into it. So we had our pre-show meeting. Mm-hmm. So and I talked about it. No, that's right, because you weren't with me last Friday. Did I even do a show last Friday? Man, it's moving. So anyway, but I know you and I talked. I did mention it. Oh, I mentioned it on Monday. I know I talked about it Monday. So I was talking about this new Tyler Perry movie. It's on Netflix. It's called Straw. But hold on, before that, K-Love, let me moonwalk back real quick because I need to do something. Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in paradise. To my man Walter Scotty Scott. Hey Scotty, what's that beat? Keep on loving me. Boom, 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 boom. The co-lead singer, co-founder of The Whispers, one of the twins. So you have Walter and Wallace. Walter, Scotty Scott of The Whispers. He joined the Ancestors a couple days ago. The Whispers, iconic, legendary, from the mid-late 70s, from Olivia. Lost and turned out. Olivia. Lost and turned. That's one of them old pimp player anthems from back in the day. Ask your daddy about that. Olivia Lost and Turned Out from the Whispers way back in the day. That's that P-Omp stuff. That, and then they hooked up with Solar Records. This guy, this legendary record. He was really the owner of the record company. Dick Griffey, rest in power. Solar Records. Actually, Solar was like Dick Griffey and Don Cornelius, Mr. Soul Train. So then the Whispers got Solar. First they had Leon Silvers producing and then Babyface, but I mean all the joints. Keep on loving me, and the beat goes on, and like
that's mine.
That's you right there.
We begin to rock.
There you come on, K-Love. Right, that's where I was going. You took the hook right out my mouth. That's right.
That's
we're gonna rock.
Yes.
Yeah, baby. Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's a huge record. It crossed over, and the great thing about it, the Whispers were never trying to cross over onto pop radio.
Right.
Pop radio crossed over to them because the beat was so funky. Beats by Babyface. That whole album came out around in 87, 88. It was iconic. It was one of the most iconic albums. In the Mood was on that. Man, that's the joint, the slow jam.
Yes.
Babyface produced most of that, if not all that album, and it had that
Okay.
Babyface vibe.
Yes,
Man,
it did. Mm,
it's a love thing that was with Leon
yes.
Silvers. Back before that, they did a song called "A Song for Donnie," in tribute to Donnie Hathaway.
Hmm.
So, rest in power, brother Scotty. Man, all the
Yeah.
concerts from the Budweiser Superfest way back in the day,
Wow.
way back in the
Super
day.
cool.
They were doing the Essence Festival, the Cincinnati Jazz Festival, like any
Mm,
festival that was about anything. The
hmm.
Whispers and Maze, that was it. The Whispers and Maze, because they were on a lot of shows together.
Right.
I
That's their
remember they
real
came to
music.
Chicago many times at the Erie Crown Theater, this iconic, legendary theater, about 5,000, 6,000 seats. It's beautiful. It's still a beautiful theater. It was way ahead of its time. As a matter of fact, Allie's graduation was there last May of 2024, at the Erie Crown Theater.
Wow.
And my baby sister, who got her master's degree, she
Mm,
graduated, got her master's degree, Erie Crown Theater in Chicago. But I just wanted to
wow.
shout out
Yeah.
to Walter Scotty Scott. Rest in power, man, because we gonna be rocking steady. We gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
keep on loving me. The beat's gonna go
Yes.
on and
Yes.
on and on and on forever,
Forever.
no doubt.
Forever, ever. No doubt. Yes, sir.
So that rock steady's the one that hit you, huh, K-Love? She
Oh
got
yeah,
excited about
that was my jam.
that.
Oh my goodness. Every time I hear that thing cue up, I mean instantly shoulders just rocking. Love that stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that good music, man. That is
Yeah.
ooh, that just does it for me.
Yeah.
Music is my drug of choice. It
That's
is
right.
totally my drug of choice. And I overdose on good music. And that's what the good music is, man. That's the good music.
And the great thing about the Whispers, they were great at up-tempo party songs, and they were great at ballads. Like I said, they
That
had that
balance.
"In the
Yep.
Mood." Uh,
Yep.
Are you going? This is another old school classic. Are you going my way? Y'all need to do some
Ooh.
home. Go to
Ooh.
Google or Digital Green Book. So K-Love, there's like this black-owned like AI search engine like
Uh-huh.
ChatGPT. It's called Digital Green Book. I'm really doing some homework. You can help me with it. We got to reach out. I want to get the owner of the Digital Green Book. I think it's digitalgreenbook.com or digitalgreenbook.org. Now, you know the historical significance. The Green Book was a real thing. It was a real book that, our family used, especially back in I'd say maybe as far back as the 20s. I can't remember exactly when the initial
Wow.
publication, but the early
Mhm.
1900s, all the way up through the 50s, probably into the 60s and maybe into the 70s. And it was published,
Wow.
black owned, published. And the Green Book was something basically that people from the North, like,
Mhm.
we were in Chicago, that had family in the South. The
Mhm.
Green Book was basically a book that told you uh, where you could stay. Like when Jim Crow was going on,
Mhm.
we couldn't, black folks couldn't stay in white hotels or go to white restaurants or any of that,
Mhm.
hospitals. So the Green Book had a listing of all the safe places and safe spaces for black people to go to.
Wow.
If some
Wow.
people who would like, if they had a home where they may let visitors, almost like a bed and breakfast, that's what they call them now. If you're coming in town, you couldn't stay at the white hotels, but they may have a home where, okay, you could, rent out their bedroom, like a bed and breakfast kind of deal.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's the historical significance behind the Green Book. So she's got a digital Green Book, and it's got all kind of stuff in there.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds fascinating. I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds
Yeah.
fascinating.
So and let's work. Me and you. I'm producing the show in real time. Let's reach out because I've been meaning to reach, and I had so much going on, but I heard her on Urban View on Sirius XM, that channel
Okay.
126, and because I never heard about it, I was like, wow, Digital
Yeah.
Green Book. Yes.
Digital Green
The
Book.
hell with
Okay.
ChatGPT. Now, some of y'all got it. You can download it. You pay for it. That's your business. But we got to support black-owned business. We're all we got, but we're all we need. So digitalgreenbook.com digitalgreenbook.com or digitalgreenbook.org. It'll come up
Okay.
because I pulled it right up.
Really?
I
Okay.
shoot on my phone. I was in the car. I'm sitting in traffic, and traffic wasn't moving. I'm like, all right, hold on.
But it wasn't.
Since I'm just sitting here, I can't move for about a minute or so.
I bet it wasn't moving.
Yep.
I bet you're right about that.
Yep, Digital Green Book. All right, now let's segue. Let's talk about this movie, Straw. This new Tyler Perry movie starring Taraji P. Henson, my sister Tiana Taylor. Sherry Shepherd is in it. This brother Rockman Dunbar. He's been in a lot. So I don't know if you watch. They got so many damn 9/11s, but the 9/11 in LA with that Angela Bassett is on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been on for a while. So I think when it first came on, this brother, he was a brother. It was her husband. But then they wrote in the storyline that he came out as gay. So they got a divorce, but they remained friends, and she married a white dude. But her and like her baby, well, not baby daddy because they were married, but her son's father, they had remained close. I haven't watched the show in a while, but he's been on other stuff, but he's a great actor, Rockman Dunbar. He's in the
He used
movie
to be
too.
on the Soul Food series. He was on Soul Food the series.
Okay,
that's
you.
How, that's how I got introduced to Rockman Dunbar.
Thank you.
Huge
And
fan.
and guess who made a cameo appearance? Sinbad.
Really?
Yes, I was shocked to see him, but I was really happy to see him.
Yeah. I have not watched the movie yet. If I'm honest, when I saw some of the reviews from it, it sounds like it's an excellent film, but it sounds like some of the subject matter might be a little bit delicate for me. And from seeing other single mothers weigh in about the movie and how it played out, for me, I've been kind of pacing myself. I do plan to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, you know what? And that makes sense. And that's been like one of Tyler Perry's biggest criticism. You know, trauma porn, and you're always showing black women that's going through trauma and abuse, or just a hard time.
But and we as black women do go through a lot of trauma and a lot of things, and it's very relatable for a lot of us because we've either been through it or a good girlfriend done been through it. So that's why black women have supported him so much, because a lot of us can see ourselves in it. That's why. And I get why people are so critical of that, but it resonates the way that it does because we've seen it. We've lived it. So
Tyler, if you're watching, somebody should screen grab this, pull this clip, send it to him. You need to hire her as your publicist and PR person. Now you're gonna say you don't need one, because basically you said exactly what he was saying when people would criticize him. He said, because I remember seeing it. I went online and looked at his response. You know, he called them, I think, highfalutin Negroes, and then so people got upset, and I get, like I said, I get the other side of the criticism, but the point that he made was exactly what you said, but you did it even better. And then when I say better, I mean because, like you said, when you have been in situations, you know what trauma's like. And you've been very honest and open about your journey and your story. So, and because Tyler said that these are stories about the women in his family, and it's like that.
Right.
His mom, his aunts, his grandmother.
Correct.
So this is their
Correct.
story.
Yes.
So he said, y'all can kiss my ass if you want to.
Yes.
That's what he was saying. But he was telling their story, and the stories, and you said it better than he did, K-Love, and you don't have to like it. We get it, because that's not every black woman's story.
Correct.
But
it's not.
There is a segment, and really those stories are not just the stories of black women.
Correct.
Of women, period. White,
women,
Hispanic,
period. Absolutely.
Latino, Asian, Native American. Those are stories of women, period. But it's specific to black women because they're black women who are actors. He's a black man, obviously. He is telling, like he said, the stories of the women, the black women in his family, their stories.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
You said it, but you said it so eloquent. So eloquently and beautiful, but you nailed it. Right
Yes.
on the head. But what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And like, listen, he couldn't have put it any better. He did a good job, but you really nailed it. So Tyler, you need to holler at this sister. You know. Now,
By all means, holler at me.
now he had
Please.
a reputation not liking to really pay folks back. So I don't know if that's improved. Well, he's paying Taraji because she said Tyler Perry paid her more than anybody in Hollywood. So shout out to Taraji. And Taraji was, oh my. Listen, let me tell you something. Taraji P. Henson, there was probably very few actors, actresses that has the versatility of this sister. Because she can be straight hood, she can be hood thug, dope dealer type Cookie Lions.
Yes.
She can be in Hidden Figures.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in so many different, I've seen her in so many different roles. But oh my God, listen, her character in Straw, it was, because she is so believable.
She is.
It's like she really, it comes from somewhere really deep in her DNA and bone marrow.
Yes.
And this role, woo, K-Love.
I'm sure.
I can see it could be triggering for some people, for some women, especially if this really resonates close to home, because straw is probably short for like, this is the last straw.
Yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back.
This was like one long ass giant straw, because it was like, it was a series of straws that kept breaking. It was damn, oh no. It was like that, K-Love.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying to work my nerve up to be able to watch.
But let me see. I gotta shout out Tiana Taylor. She played a detective. I'm not gonna give away the whole movie, but there was a relationship that formed between Taraji P. Henson's character and Tiana Taylor's character. Mm-hmm. Tiana Taylor, she was 10 toes. I've seen this sister, so she is talented. She went next level on this. She was really. So I know, Tyler Perry has a reputation. Some people call his movies big dicks and bad acting. I don't know about the male genitalia because you didn't see any of that in this movie, but it wasn't no. Come on, Kayla. You heard people say that, refer to this girl.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard. I'm a little confused as to where that comes from. I haven't watched like a whole lot of his TV programs, if you will. I am definitely a Tyler Perry play and movie fanatic. His plays are my absolute favorite. Those are my absolute favorite. And I've watched a lot of them several times. I love the character Medea. Medea is my favorite. She is my absolute favorite. And I've learned, if I'm honest, from the wisdom that she gives. She crazy, but she know that word. And when she brings that, when the word is put in you, it stays there. So it comes up in the moments when it's most necessary. Right. So when I listen to Medea break down the Bible, it tickles me, but I love it because I'm like, you know what? It sure did say that. Right. She is on to something here, but she's so funny.
And the amazing thing is, like, she's about one of the most ratchet sources the word could come from. But it goes to show you how God works. He uses anybody as a vessel.
Correct.
As a matter of fact, he probably uses somebody ratchet because she can reach the ratchets that we can't reach.
Absolutely.
And she come with the word. I guess the word is used because you could say that word. Give us that the church. Y'all folks in the church say it a certain way. And then they because you got the hand to
I'm sorry, you're tickling me with that. We talk about when I say the law was.
Yes, and the word.
The law was.
You said the word, but the way you said the word.
The law was, and he gonna give you that good words. Yes, it's the law.
See, I feel like I'm back in that little storefront church I used to go to when I was a little kid back in Chicago. Like some of the church mothers, that was them. They they would have a little different kind of enunciation. Whoa,
Yes.
Lord.
Yes.
They would
Yes.
almost
When you have to,
over enunciate it and
yes, that's when when you lie in, because they don't always say the words properly. So when they'll say, you got to go and lie prostrate at the altar, you got to tarry there and allow him to minister to you. You see, the Lords. It's all
I love
about
it, the Lord. The Lord. What's it? Lawad.
yes, that is LAWAHD, the
Oh
Lords.
yes.
You got to put
Lawh. Yeah, the Lord.
yes, AHD, because then you got to put the Lowards. Sometimes you could throw an R in it, so the Loward. You can put, you can just play with it a little
Play
bit.
with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh. But
Yes,
I had to shout out. So, listen, ain't no bad acting in this. All right.
I believe it.
If you're looking for the large male genitalia, you ain't gonna see that in this movie. So I guess some of y'all like Karen
That's
Hunter. I've heard it. That was the first time I heard this. His movies, big dicks and bad acting. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't. When she said it, I was like, oh, I didn't see that one. Okay, this your show. It's Sirius
Right.
XM. You can do that. But listen, really, the acting is phenomenal. It really is.
That's
So
good. That's
I
good to
can't.
know.
I have no criticism. Some folks won't like it because they'll say, "Oh, here's Tyler Perry with the trauma porn," but Taraji was just so authentic and believable, and my girl Tiana was too. It just
That's
well, you guys
awesome.
see, but because they were like the main characters that carried the
Gotcha.
movie, Taraji, and then when this relationship developed, but the cast was really, like I said, it was really, and shout out to Sherry Shepherd, she did a good job. Yeah,
That's what's up.
she did a good
I'm
job.
gonna check it out. I am. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
All right.
she did a good job. It was like I could see her. So people who don't know, I mean, they don't shoot a movie in one day. I mean, these movies are
Right.
shot over the course of weeks to months.
For months, right?
And yeah, just watching from the different scenes for me, because I did a little acting. I had a straight hood, straight to DVD. The movie when I was working in Memphis, way back. That's 20 years ago now.
Okay.
Hanging with the big boys. You can't. I got a copy of it though, right over there on a
Really?
DVD. Yeah, I had to show it to you. It's some bad acting, but I represent it.
Okay.
But she was just like I said, Tiana Taylor was amazing. Taraji was just so believable. I mean, you felt. I mean, you felt all the pain, the anger, the frustration, just this is the last straw. But she was, oh man, so I don't want to give it away, but I had to look. I got to give credit what credit is due, K-Love.
That's what's up.
So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So I know-
So did you by chance watch the BET Awards? Did you
yeah,
watch the BET?
yeah, I did. I
Oh
was
my goodness.
out in Portland with my daughter and son-in-law,
Okay.
and Brooklyn the
Okay.
Bulldog, so I saw it in real time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have watched that thing like 3-4 different times because I enjoyed it so much. So much. And y'all mentioned, you and Pastor Dixon mentioned about Doechii. Her the remarks she gave. And I love that. I love when I see people with those type of platforms address what's going on. I love that. That was one of the highlights for me. That and the Jamie Foxx tribute, like that. Those were like my two highlights of that evening.
Now I missed most. I missed the tribute. I saw like most of his speech because I was out there with my my daughters and son-in-law and all that. But that's one part I missed, and I don't know what I was doing. But shout out to Doechii. As a matter of fact, and I said this, I'm just keeping it 1,000. Now Doechii is 26. She's relatively new in her career. She won a Grammy and everything. But Doechii probably had the least, out of all the quote unquote big names, Doechii had the most to lose and probably had the least money, the lowest net worth of all these other huge names, all the
Correct.
folks that got the big iconic awards,
Correct.
including Jamie Foxx, Snoop
Mhm.
Dogg, 30 Years, Mariah, and I loved all of them's speech, the whole, but and
Mhm.
even Kevin Hart,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
Mr. Kevin Hart, Mr. Funny Man,
Mhm.
all this money and all this. Doechii was the one that stood on business. She had more courage, and she really spoke to the moment more than all these folks that was old enough to be her mama, some old enough to be her grandmama. She was the one
Yes.
that
Yes.
that
And
that
that's what
stood,
made it such a highlight for me.
yes, that
Yes, sir.
stood 10 toes down and stood in
Mhm.
the breach. So I will always support that sister, and
Mhm.
hopefully some of it, the old heads, cause man, this wait a minute, this young girl, she ain't
Mhm.
established like us. She ain't her career. Folks that
Mhm.
try to blackball her, she ain't give a damn.
She didn't, and that's what I love the most
She
about it.
spoke truth to power,
Mhm.
and she was
Mhm.
tell the truth, shame the devil, and that's exactly what she
Absolutely.
did.
Yes, she did.
So
Yes, she
Doechii, my
did.
sister, I'm standing 10 toes down with you. We gotta get you
Yes.
on the show because you had more courage and more guts than all them other folks that was on that
True.
show. For whatever reason, they didn't want to. They were scared.
Yeah.
26-year-old black woman, young sister said, "I ain't scared."
Yeah. But she's not a bitch. Not one bit. She got right up there and said what she needed to say,
So the
and I
rest of y'all need
appreciated
to
her
look in
for
the
that.
mirror. It's like, oh damn, how's
Yeah.
it? She stood 10 toes down, and my ass was. And I get it, folks. They were being honored and everything, and you know,
Yeah. I get
I
it.
get
I
that
get it.
part, but it didn't take long. She was
Right.
not even 60 seconds. Boom,
Yeah.
maybe 60 seconds max. That was it.
Max. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It
But
didn't need no
I like
long.
your
What
comments.
needed to be said, everybody know what. It don't take a lot. We just
Right.
tell it like it is.
Right. That part. That part. That part. And that's why, and again, that's why I have so much admiration for both you as well as Pastor Dixon, because we need people to speak up. I get why a lot of us, want to hold back, because not so much fear of persecution, but just because a lot of times we feel like our voices are not being heard. So in our mind, well, if I just ignore it, it'll go away. No, it's definitely not going to go away. And I feel like as long as we continue to call it out, if we unite, that'll make it even better. Instead
You
of us,
build a community. We have. You
yeah,
know what? I'm not gonna say that because there's nothing good about this evil, and hatred and racism and misogyny and sexism and
mhm,
homophobia and just hate in all of its forms.
in all of its forms. Yes,
It's
sir.
not good, but what it's gonna do, we have no choice. That's why I keep
Right.
saying, K Love, we're all we got.
Yeah,
And
correct.
every day, this cult is showing you, this is my mother would say back in the day, giving us their ass to kiss.
Yes.
Now, the plan is to deport 500,000 Haitians that were given this temporary protective status by the Biden administration.
Wow.
So they're going after all the immigrants from Mexico and other Central America, you name it, El Salvador, Venezuela, South America,
Mhm.
going after the Haitians. They're going after immigrants from Africa, but they are allowing white immigrants from South Africa to come to this country. There was a Supreme Court ruling where basically the part of the 13th Amendment that says if you were born in America, you are an American citizen, but they're trying to argue that if your parent wasn't born in
Right.
America, then somehow they can get rid of the 13th Amendment doesn't apply. But if you think this evil is gonna stop with some Venezuelans or Mexicans or El Salvadorians or Colombians or Haitians or
Right.
Nigerians
Right.
or Cameroon or Ghana, those from Ghana, pay
Right.
attention. They'll come for you, your black ass and mine. Not you,
Yeah.
Kayla, I'm just saying.
No, I know.
And then, yes, to my white MAGA brothers and sisters, if you don't think they will come for you too.
Yeah.
If you ain't towing the line and worshiping the orange, don't think that they won't come for you. They're coming for your Social Security. They're coming for your Medicaid. They're coming for your SNAP benefits.
Yeah, that's why they rattled now, because they thought that it was going to affect everybody
else.
But yeah. So now they big mads. They big mads because they didn't know. They didn't. I'm trying to figure out why they thought that they were going to be excluded, but
because that's what privilege. You know, when you live in a country where your skin tone, your lack of melanin, your melanemic, lack of melanin state, the state that you may be in terms of the pigmentation of your skin has given you privilege in this country, has given white people, because first of all, whiteness is made up, but people have been brainwashed.
Correct.
Because Europeans, when the Irish first came to America, they weren't considered white. When the Germans first came to America in the late 1800s, they weren't considered white. When the Irish first came, they weren't considered white. They were looked at as the N-words. You can do a search on digitalgreenbook.com or .org or ChatGPT, and you can pull up anti-immigration laws in the 1800s, anti-immigration laws to keep Chinese out, the Irish out, the Italians out. During the Nazi Germany era, there were anti-immigration law or attempts to get anti-immigration laws to keep Jews out of America.
Wow.
See, y'all playing around.
Wow.
And then the bad part, one of the architects of this racist ass deportation and get rid of the 13th Amendment, this dude is Jewish, Stephen Miller. I'm name checking his little globe head ass. Head looked like a light bulb with his little punk ass. It's like somebody, Stephen Miller, you do understand you're a Jewish brother. And a lot of these folks in this cult, they hate you.
Yeah.
So when they get through coming for it, you know, the Latino brothers and sisters, like I said, from wherever, from Venezuela, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Central America, Mexico, and the Haitians and the Dominicans and Cubans and those from the Bahamas or from Nigeria or the Ivory Coast or Ghana, they'll come for your ass too, partner.
Yep.
Please trust and believe. Because they don't like they hate your ass too.
Yeah.
You
and they realized this issue. They didn't realize that they was on the list too.
Yes.
They thought they was
They
thought they was too. You know.
Yes.
So
no, they're working their way down to your ass too, partner. So please, America, wake up. Wake up. All of America, you better a week from today is the 4th of July. That should be wake up. Oh, anti-woke. Yeah, you know why they don't want you to be woke? So they can get rid of all your social programs, so they can take away your Medicaid and your SNAP benefits and Head Start money for Head Start and school lunches and Social Security, Medicare, Obamacare, all of that, all your health insurance, all your food assistance, everything.
Everything.
Nursing home care, all of that money to give it to Jeff Bezos so he can spend $50 million on his wedding anniversary. He's spending like almost over $50 million in Italy. And they are not happy. He had to move, K-Love. He's had to move for different cities. I think Venice was like, man, you can get your ass up out of it. They were like huge rallies, thousands of people with signs. They like, man, get your little punk ass up. They like, no, dude, we ain't effing with you. We ain't rocking with you. And we don't even like your ass.
Right. Go figure.
We see why your first wife. We see why Mackenzie Scott left your ass. She know you were no good.
Right. That part.
So, all right. Well, listen, before we get out of here, Caleb. All right, we got the pageant. We need an update. Let everybody know how they can support you, so you can bring home this crown.
Yes. So I am Christy K. Love Baxter, contestant number 5 in the Miss Plus Size Charleston pageant 2025. Our theme is Met Gala. It's going to be held on Saturday, September 27th, First Baptist Church on James Island, where I grew up, home of the Trojans. J.I. stand up. I am so excited to be on this journey. It's a really exciting time. I ran in a pageant ironically, when I was in high school. I was fourth runner up that year in the Miss James Allen High pageant. But yeah, here I am at 49, running for this crown, and I'm super excited. Me and 6 other beautiful ladies are going to take the stage. We are going to still be doing, well, we're still accepting ads. So if you have a business that you would like featured in our commemorative souvenir booklet, please reach out to me, or you are free to reach out to one of the other 6 contestants to get your information. We have ads available. We can do business cards, or we can do full page. Business card ads are $25. If you just want your name listed in the pageant book, a patron listing, $15. That's a 10 and a 5. That's 3 fives. Come on, five. Come on. You
Or
can't lose.
15 ones. What?
15 ones, whatever works for you, whatever works for you. But we're really excited about this. I didn't think I would do something like this, but this is me, on my healing journey. And this is just me just standing in my power, as a plus size woman. We get played down a lot because of our size, but you can be big and fabulous too. So come step into our big juicy world on Saturday, September 27th. Okay. We doing what we gonna do. We do it very well. We got the extra to do it. That's what we do. That's what we do. All my big, beautiful women, stand up. Baby, just because you're not a size 0, don't let these people play you. Don't do that. And they try to. They do. And I swear, I think it bothers me so much because there are a lot of people that they fat shame. They try to make you feel like you're less than because you are more than enough. Okay, and anybody says that you are too much, that just means they don't have enough to hold you, baby, and that's their loss, not yours.
All right. Well, look, I'm about to. I'm not gonna name check. I could and I should, but I'm gonna be nice because it's you. But I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Some of the main ones that are fat shaming and talking about big girls and this and that, they'll be the first ones in your DM.
You think? I don't know.
They'll be the first ones, like try to catch you this girl.
Yes, and y'all play too much.
Girl, I'll just be talking shit on social media. Girl,
Right.
Come on now.
Y'all see, your problem is you got fat girl fetishes. See,
Come on, I like that. There you go. Call that shit. That's right.
You be talking your trash, but you be right there in the DMs. What's up, big baby? No. Okay, no, I don't want to wear your A shirt. I can't even fit your shirt. No way. I mean, it's gonna be extra hanging out. But this is good love, and y'all don't know no better. But the thing is, you got an idea. Big girls do it better.
Sister K Love, help me. I'm paraphrasing. What is it? Thou protest too loudly or too strong? What is it? What's that saying?
What I'm saying is, y'all got a fat girl fetish. what I'm saying is, the thing y'all be not understanding is chubby girls cuddle the best. Now, yes, it is getting a little warm out that door. We really in season when the winter come, because we got a built-in heater and whatnot. So when it's warm out this door, big girls, it's gonna be a lot going on. But I promise you, we worked it. We has worked all the struggle and then some. Yeah,
tell everybody where they can follow you and learn some more on social media. I know you got all the information about how they can support your campaign. So you can bring that trophy home, girl. We speaking that into existence. We naming and claiming that. You're gonna be holding it. You're gonna come on the show.
I receive it.
That's right. Holding it there. Say, come on, there it is.
On IG, I am MISS Christy with a K. So KRISTIELOVE 511. Miss Christy Love 511 on IG, and on Facebook, Christy with a K. Christy K Love Baxter on Facebook. I would love to connect with some of you. I would love to turn you into where you could submit an ad if you're interested, or if you simply want to connect with me. I have no problem with that. I have no problem getting. I don't mind new friends, but not y'all ones that got that freaky fat girl fetish thing going on. No, go ahead, go ahead over there. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
You say, miss me, lose my number if you got it. Don't or get out my DMs. Don't even.
Yes. Oh, I done had to block a few, Geno. I done had to block a few because they done came at me wrong. Do you know I had a guy inbox me and tell me, he was like, "You are so beautiful. I just want to grab you and roll down a mountain with you." What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why you want to roll down a mountain with me? I had another one hit me up and say, "Hey, I'm here in the same club with you. You want to leave with me?" Now, mind you, this is the same dude. When I tried to smile at you one day, you didn't want to smile back. But I think he was smiling at me because I was eating my wings. I think that's what I think. The thing is, what he don't understand is, as a big girl, you ain't got to buy me no drink at the club when I go, because I don't really do that. Don't buy me no drink. Go ahead and give me them lemon peppers with a side of fries. Okay? That's how you get my attention. Okay, big girl like to eat. I ain't ashamed to tell you. I ain't ashamed to tell you. That's how that works.
Kayla, where's the pageant gonna be again?
The pageant is Saturday, September 27th, First Baptist Church on James Island.
All right, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Kayla, thank you. Number love. We love
Absolutely.
you. Thank you. Great job as always. Go and take this episode with your team, your network. You got it. Like, so Beyonce got the Beehive. Let's see. Nicki Minaj got Barb's. I don't know what Cardi's crew is. So you got to come up. Do you have a name for like all your fans? Like the Beehive or the Barb's?
I don't have anything like that, right? But what I like to say
the
is
Lovettes. The Lovettes.
The Lovettes is cute, right? But what I came up with was big backtivists. You know how you got because you got the activists. Well, I'm a big backtivist. Big backtivists unite. Big backtivists.
Go on, girl. Go on. Go on and copyright, trademark that thing right there, girl. Get you some T-shirts and caps and everything. Trademark it, because folks will steal your shit. Now they will.
Oh, quickly.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I'm gonna call out some names again, but that's another show. The show.
Okay. If they take it, it's okay. It's okay, because I'm gonna just come up with something else, so it's okay. They can have that.
There you go. All right. Have a great weekend. So, as a matter of fact, next Friday's the 4th. So we'll be off. So we'll see you like the Friday. That'll be like the 11th. So,
the 11th.
Unless something pops off, because it'll be a live show. Programming note: live show next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No live show July 3rd, 4th, or July 7th, 8th. I'll be back July 9th. But all next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have live shows. And the other day is the best of the Geno Jones Show. So come to my channel anytime, and you can binge watch all my back episodes, pick your favorite episodes, all my great guests from Mr. Big, Ronald Isley, and Lettucey, and Kenny Lattimore, and Howard Hewitt, and October London, and then me and K Love, and all my other great guests. Oh, yeah. Man, you could make a whole binge watch. The whole 4th of July weekend, just binge watch. Forget the Tyler Perry marathon. Make it the Geno Jones Show marathon. Man, binge watch all them joints.
There it is. Clock it. As them people say,
I'm going to be hitting social media like, hey, are you watching? It's the Geno Jones Show marathon. Binge watch weekend. Go onto that channel and do that damn thing. And I'm gonna have my team. She didn't know. I just volunteered. She gonna put some posts up for me over the holiday. Y'all need to go on and binge watch my brothers. Come on, he got a marathon. Go on to that channel and binge watch some of them back episodes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So always a pleasure.
So I'm gonna let you reach out to your big backtivist. I want to get it right. Right, your big backtivist network, so y'all can make this episode go viral and tag and share and copy and paste the link and chop it up and create little viral moments for TikTok and all these other platforms. So thank you, my sister. I know I will talk to you before the holiday.
Absolutely.
We don't run into each other, but thank you, man. Love to you. You are doing a great job. Great job. Miss Christy K. Love Baxter, ladies and gentlemen, check her out once again on social media. One more time.
Social media. Yes, Miss Christy Love 511 on IG, and that is Christy with a K, Kristie, and on Facebook, Christy K Love Baxter. Yes.
All right. We'll see you soon. Thank you,
Yes,
my
sir.
sister.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
She did a great job. All right, listen, everybody. So please, I would love for you to be a part of the Geno Jones Show family. Advertise. You can be a sponsor. Or if you just want to financially support the show, you can do that right now. You can Cash App. Just go to Cash App, $Dad G Jones, $D, capital D like Daddy, lowercase a like Apple, lowercase d like Donna, capital G like Geno, capital J like Jones, lowercase o like oatmeal, lowercase n like Nanette, lowercase e like elephant, lowercase s like Sam. $Dad G Jones, all one word. Or you can Zelle. You can Zelle right now, Geno Jones Show. So just type in Geno Jones, go to Zelle, use my email address, genojoneshow@gmail. That is my email to reach out to me. I'd love to have you as a sponsor or advertise on the show and my channel. I will send you a sponsorship package. So reach out to me via email and I will reply back with the package. And we'll set up a meeting. It could be via Zoom, you name it, on the phone, in person, and we'd love to have you as part. Let me help you grow your business. As a matter of fact, I do a segment supporting Black-owned business. So Brianna Simone, who had two businesses. One, she is like a life coach, and then she's got a special photography business. So she was on, go back and watch last night's episode, so you too could come on the show and tell your story. The story of your journey, your business, and what makes it special and unique, and why folks might want to do business with you. All right, thank you for watching, everybody. God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Show. New start time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 p.m. West Coast Time. Everybody, tell everybody to subscribe to my channel. Please share every episode. Leave your comments in the comment section. Please click on, give me the thumbs up. I need all the thumbs up we can get. All the comments, love, hate, it don't matter. The haters, y'all talk your talk. Jump in that chat room, because if you get crazy, I'm just going to block and delete your ass anyway. But go on and talk your talk there. The show is interactive, so I have a live chat room open when I'm on camera. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat room, especially my #1 fan and my executive producer, my mother. Thank you. I love you. And I know you got your groceries because I got the email. So she needed some groceries, so I had to send her some groceries. So, all right, everybody. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro. Check him out on Instagram, on IG, KelB Cutting Up, KelBecuttinUp, KelB Cutting Up. Allie Jones is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. Check her and her Lexi Jones collection out. L like Lexi, LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, underscores that little dash at the end of the last L. LX.NCL underscore. Big shout out to Bruce Gage, wardrobe consultant, stylist for the show. Mario Uomo. Mario Uomo. It's Italian, so it's pronounced. It sounded Uomo, but it's a U. Mario Mario. Mario Uomo. Have a great weekend. Or as Tony the Tiger would say, have a great weekend. Me and you and me and everybody else. Monday, live 6:30, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, live 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Chicago Central Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. live in Las Vegas and Los Angeles. Live Monday, this Monday, June 30th, live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Thursday, Friday, binge watch the Geno Jones Show Marathon right here.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.